Everyone to the Community Transit Board Selection Meeting. Our formal legal name is the Snohomish County Public Transportation Benefit Area. And my name is Matt Hendricks. I'm one of the legal counsel that serves community transit along with my father, Al Hendricks, who's also with us today, that will help facilitate this process. So I'm going to, before we get going into the actual selection, I'm going to turn this over to Rachel for some housekeeping and roll call items to get us started. Thanks.
Thank you, Matt. Hi, I'm Rachel Woods, the Executive Board Administrator, and just a couple housekeeping items before we begin. We are on a version of Zoom that allows attendees access to their microphones and cameras. So we do ask all employees and any members of the public in attendance to please mute their microphones and turn off their cameras for the duration of the meeting. There will be no public comments for this meeting. And we also wanted to mention that Zoom only allows for recording in the main room. So once we go to breakout rooms, please note those will not be recorded. We'll start here this afternoon with a brief overview of the process, and then the small, medium, and large cities will convene in breakout rooms for their respective city selections. So we will first begin with roll. And I'm going to go ahead and take roll by calling the city name. When you hear your city's name, if you could please unmute and state your name, representative, that's how we will be taking roll. And so I'll go ahead and start with the city of Briar.
Mike Gallagher, councilman.
Thank you. Darrington.
Neil Como, I'm here.
Thank you. Do we have anyone from Gold Bar? Thank you. Granite Falls.
David Greggs here, council member.
Thank you, council member. No one from Index. Snohomish.
Hi, Tom Merrill, council member.
Thank you. Stanwood.
Sid Roberts, mayor, here.
Thank you. And Sultan. Okay, thank you. We were expecting someone from Sultan, so we'll watch that here and see if he arrives. So next to our medium cities. Oh, Arlington, please.
Yeah, Jan Schwetty, council member.
Thank you. Bothell.
Mayor Mason Thompson here.
Thank you, Mayor. Lake Stevens.
Kim Daughtry, council member.
Thank you. Mill Creek.
Brian Holtzclaw, mayor.
Thank you. Monroe.
Councilmember Heather Fulcher representing.
Thank you. Mount Lake Terrace.
Kyoko Matsumoto Wright, mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. And Mukilteo.
Thank you, Rachel. Mayor Joe Marine here.
Thank you. Okay, on to our final group of cities, our large cities. So Edmonds.
Councilmember Susan Payne here.
Thank you. Linwood.
Mayor Christine Frizzell.
Thank you so much. And Marysville.
Mayor John Nearing, Marysville, thanks.
Thank you. That concludes our roll. And I just wanted to check one more time. We haven't had anyone arrive from Sultan, have we? Okay, thank you. Back to you, Matt.
So the purpose of today's meeting is to select the board of directors for the next 2 years. Transit is a creature of statute. So statute every 4 years, everyone in the county and all the cities and towns get together and determine how the board is to be composed. That was done 2 years ago. This year, we are filling the slots consistent with that composition. So we were making a selection in January of 2022 today for the term that will expire in 2 years in January of 2024. So again, by statute, qualifications for board membership on the Community Transit Board is one, you need to be an elected official. Two, elected by your individual component city or county or town, which everyone here was done and has duly been noted. And through our history, we have a government structure of 9 voting board members and 1 non-voting labor representative that was set many years ago. We've had a 9-member board for many years. The current composition that was agreed upon 2 years ago at the last composition meeting is we have small cities. There'll be 2 representatives from small cities with populations of under 15,000. We have a meat category which will have 3 board members and 2 alternates, and those are cities that have a population between 15,000 and 35,000. And we will have 2 representatives from large cities with populations of over 35,000, and they will also have an alternate. And the small cities will also have a single alternate. As I stated earlier, yeah, this is what we're selecting today will be the board that will be composed for the next 2 years through January of 2024. This is going to reiterate, but so the small cities will have 2 members and an alternate, and these are the cities that we just have the roll call for. We can go to the next slide. Will be medium-sized cities. They will have select 3 members and 2 alternates, and city positions will select 2 board members and 1 alternate. The process will be, and this is a unique in the history of community transit. We're doing this virtually. Normally, we would all convene in the boardroom and then go into separate rooms for each individual group to make the selections. This time, we will do breakout rooms on breakout rooms. We'll have staff and legal counsel to facilitate the process. But the process will be that we will call for we will go position by position in the selection process for each category. We will call for nominations from the members. Each nominee for each position will have an opportunity to make a brief statement supporting their nomination. And then we will also, under our bylaws, ask that any nomination for any position make a disclosure of any appearance of conflict of interest. And there's a slide on that that will describe what we're asking to be disclosed. Just as a matter of procedure, any person in each group can nominate themselves and they can vote for themselves. A selection will be made upon a majority vote of the people in the category. For example, we have 7 people in the medium-sized city, so a vote of 4 will appoint someone to the board. If we don't have a majority on the first ballot, we will do a second ballot. If we still don't have a majority on a second ballot, if there's anyone, the person will be removed from the process, and we'll do a third selection. And if there's still a tie at that point, our bylaws state that the group can decide how a tie will be broken. I would suggest that we would do a selection of a pin in the hand, since we can't flip a coin, and we can have one person select, and we can do it that way. Although that is by bylaws up to each individual group to decide how a tie is broken. Our bylaws do require that any person that's considered for selection disclose any situation that may give an appearance of conflict of interest, such as having a family member working for community, past employment, or a current or past contractual relationship with community transit. We'll have Rachel explain the technology to get us to where we need to go.
Thank you, Matt. You probably saw a pop out here, maybe on your screen. We're just opening the breakout rooms now, but I'm going to take a moment to explain how the breakout rooms will function. I know by this point, you probably have all been in quite a few Zoom meetings. We're operating these as self-select breakout rooms. So you will move to your corresponding breakout room, either the small, medium, or large. If you can't see the breakout room icon, which is the 4 little boxes, you want to select more, and then it will be in that section. Let me just, next slide. This is what the breakout rooms look like. You'll just go ahead and select the blue join button for the breakout room you'll be joining. The selection meetings will end at different times, but we'll be back here in the main room waiting for all selection meetings to conclude before reconvening and announcing the selections to the greater group. You will be able to move around breakout rooms, whether you're someone observing or your meeting room or your selection room ends early. And you can do that by just choosing another breakout room under the breakout room icon. So thank you. We'll now have you move ahead to the breakout rooms. Myself and an IT person will remain here in this main room if anyone needs assistance. Again, here's a reminder of the cities that are to go to each breakout room. So go ahead. Thank you so much.
Is the slide for the breakout rooms going to come back up?
Jan, you want to go ahead and go to the breakout rooms button and select the medium-sized city.
Okay, I don't have that on my screen. I'm
Okay.
just showing the names of the cities.
Okay. Oh, you're seeing my slide. You're going to want to go to your toolbar, where you mute and stop your video.
Oh, right down here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's on the bottom, Jan.
It's on the bottom or the top, depending on your settings.
Jan has been moved to the room.
Okay, great. And look, and do you need help moving as well? Near right? Okay, great. Looks like folks are moved over. Councilmember Mead, I see you're here. You're welcome to move to a breakout room if you want to watch what's happening in one of the spaces.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll probably just chill for a minute.
Or hang out here. Yeah. I'll stop sharing for help desk. If you could please share your slide.
Thank you, will do.
Hi, welcome back. It appears the large and small selections have concluded and the medium is still in progress. So we'll just be waiting for them before continuing.
Okay, we're back.
We're back, thank you.
We were stuck in the elevator over at the other room. So
Looked like there were some folks stuck in the elevator. Thanks for your patience. Thanks, everyone. We're just waiting for medium cities to conclude. Sounds like they're almost done. Okay, it looks like folks are back. Matt, are you present to take the reins?
Yeah, okay, we are here, so you could get announcement from the small cities of who was selected as the board members and then the alternates. On mute.
Who are you asking to speak, Matt? Anybody?
I think, Al, are you on mute?
Yeah, I'm on mute. I made an excellent presentation there on mute. But anyway, position number 1, Council Member Tom Merrill. Position number 2, Mayor Sid Roberts from Stanwood. And the alternate is Council Member Mike Gallagher from Briar.
And for the medium-sized cities, Mayor Joe Marine was position number 1. Councilmember Kim Daughtry is board position number 2. Councilmember Jan Schweddy is board position number 3. Mayor Wright is alternate number 1. And Mayor Thompson from Bothell is alternate number 2.
For large cities, board position number 1 will be Linwood Mayor Christine Frizzell. Board position number 2, Marysville Mayor John Nearing. Board alternate position, Edmonds Councilmember Susan Payne.
And I leave it to Rachel for final wrap up.
Thank you. I want to welcome our newest board member. I will be in touch directly regarding onboarding steps, and wanted to make note that our next regular board meeting is Thursday, February 3rd at 3 p.m. And I do believe our CEO, Rick Ilgen Fritz, wants to say a few words of thanks. Rick?
Thank you. Yes, Rachel, thank you to Al and Matt, Mary Beth, Juanita, Rachel for administering the meeting. Great results. I want to thank all of you for attending. Having strong policy leadership for community transit has been one of our greatest strategic assets and continues to be something that sets us apart in public service. So we're just so grateful for your interest in what we're doing and your support for the mission. I want to welcome our new members, Mayor Frizzell, Mayor Thompson from Bothell. We enjoyed having your predecessor, James McNeil, on the board, and we'll look forward to getting to know both of you and working with you on the important work of this agency and in coordination with our critical partners going forward. So thanks so much for being here and for taking such a strong interest in community transit.
Great. And I thank you all for your participation in the process. It being the first time we've done this virtually, it went, I think, as smooth as it could have. So I appreciate everyone's participation and cooperation with this. So congratulations to the new board members serving for the next 2 years. Look forward to working with you.
And I'm remiss because I neglected to mention Councilmember Payne, our new alternate for large cities. Looking forward to getting acquainted with you as well. I had a great relationship with one of your predecessors, Dave Erling. So look forward to working with you on behalf of Edmonds.
Thank you.
The meeting's concluded.